Hey gang, been a hot minute. February is the month of birthdays and weddings apparently. What we got here for you today is somewhat of a double feature and probably how many of these will turn out. After the feedback from the previous video, my previous video at least, we made many tweaks to our HUD. Some I mentioned last time, like making it bigger overall, and adding the portrait. It just works. I get why all the games do it. It's just, I like it. That and our new timer, a little hourglass that isn't exactly in yet. We're still tweaking it, but it's there to show visibly and without just a number counting down when the next wave of enemies should be. Kind of gives you a warning that every time it tips, the game might get a little harder. So with that up to our, I guess, standard, we pressed onto the town. One of our larger points in this game is our upgrade system. So we sat down and really ironed out what we could of those details and what style we wanted to go for. We had loose ideas and the general form we wanted it to take place as. Our old system was simple. I mean, if I have a build, I'll show what it looked like. It was like MS Paint. Always a good idea not to waste too much time and effort on assets on a thing you know you're just going to fully replace by the end, you know? But you still hope if you ever gave this demo to someone, they'd understand what the hell's going on. You know, we all hope. But the way we had it, all the stats and all the upgrades were just on a big screen, just blast you in the face when you go in there. And I thought that was a little overwhelming for someone going into the shop for the first time, not knowing what the hell to buy. No, we didn't want someone's first interaction with the shop being a 30-minute decision. And if you're playing multiplayer, you gotta wait for all your homies to make the same 30-minute decision. So we decided to go with a tree. A little tree. Well, 3 little trees, I guess. All 3 can be leveled at the same time, and it kind of cuts down on the decisions you can make right at the get-go, while still letting you see what's ahead and plan for your builds however you like, once you put at least 1 point into the previous one. And while no stat is genuinely more important than another, we gave the more simpler ones earlier. More damage, more health, more armor, you know, the ones you probably should have. While you build boys could still, you know, see which ones you want, just put 1 point into it like you're going full skeletons in Diablo or something. Lord knows there'll be some meta, just close that blog post you have open about the strongest thing to level. Don't do that, we don't, like, stop it please, I beg you. Now, along with the regular stats we wanted, we decided to add a little bit more spice into this buildability kingdom. So, our second tab is going to be this reliquary. You told me the name of them the other day, but they're not relics. They're other things. We were able to equip some special items, up to 3, before you enter a run that will really inform how that goes. Some will be free, some will be unlocked, purchasable, or something. Some will be fully co-op focused, while others are more solo focused, because having co-op based stats in the main stat screen would feel kind of weird, since they'll be redundant if you're not playing co-op. And finally, we wanted each character to have their own upgrade tree personally, lending to some enhancements to what they can do that'll really help them stand up to what creatures await in those pixely shadows. And with that in, again, good enough state, the art style is still pending, considering the large portraits, and how that is a whole new bag of pixel art I'm new to as well. I moved on to our next one, the Inn and Tavern, where you can switch up your characters. Quick little doodle of the innkeeper, who may or may not be playable at some point in the future, because that's kind of cool or funny, I don't know, I'm not a comedian. And with that, other than one other building we want to set up, our town is more or less up to functional. We still have a lot to go, but we are here with some rather exciting news. After an insane time setting up a business account at our bank, we finally have a Steam page set up. It's very bare bones right now, but we can all wishlist this bad boy. It is kinda crazy to see it on Steam, but here we are. Thank you all so much for your patience, and we hope to see you sooner rather than later in our next devlog. Thank you all so much.